Alright, back with another update on the FCS Mod. Got the conference layout all set up and the teams organized in the proper conferences. Now we did 3 combined conferences here. In other words, a total of 6 conferences in 3 conferences with a total of 6 divisions. That's the only way we can break it down from FBS to FCS, so that's what we had to do. Starting here, this is the Aq7 in the Southland. So we basically had to come up with something for a name. So we're called the A7 South, which is a combination of the Aq7 and the Southland Conference. That's the way we combine those together. So let's take a look. Aq7 Gamecocks Lumberjacks. Like I say, some of these rosters have been done, some have not, but we're working on that. We've got a good method for it. Should be good, even gameplay across the board. That's your Aq7. Move over to the Southland, which is your Southland Conference. Obviously, up top right-hand corner, the 2 new logos that we've added. So that's the A7 South. All right, moving on to All East. This is your 2 Eastern Conferences, your NEC and your MEAC. So we just put them into 2 divisions, 2 conferences making up 2 divisions and 1 whole conference, All East. So you have your All East MEAC, all your 7 teams from the MEAC. We moved all of the NEC teams into the other division. 7 of those, Sharks obviously, Red Flash and the Bulldogs there, as you can see. So that's All East, MEAC, NEC. Alright, so we move over to Big Sky Conference. 13 teams in the Big Sky, split 2 divisions, 6 and 7. So it'd be Sky 1 with 7 teams. One of my favorites, Cal Poly. Colors are great and the uniforms look good. So some of the rosters here have been done, some haven't. I was working on the Big Sky myself. It's one of my favorite conferences overall, FCS. Sky 2, Davis, Colorado, Southern Utah, T-Birds in there. And the Vikings. So that's Big Sky 1 and 2. So we move over to the Big South. Total of 9 teams. No need for divisions in this. 9 teams in the Big South with the new Big South logo. Obviously, I guess you're catching the big logos. The new P&J logos up in the top right-hand corner as we go through these. All the conference logos have been replaced. Only within the layout of the game, we haven't gotten to the field logos yet. We're working on that. Alright, so that's Big South, 9 teams in the Big South. CAA Conference, 12 teams overall, making up 2 divisions. CAA 1. This one has had the conference rosters done. It's pretty good shape here. And then CAA 2 making up the other division for the CAA Conference, new logo. Alright, so moving on to the Ivy League. This was a replacement for the Big 12. So we've got 8 teams in the Ivy, as you can see. This roster has not been done, as you can tell, but we'll get to that. So that's Ivy League, 8 teams. All right, Missouri Valley, another 2-division conference. I think it's 6 and 6 on this one, so it's Miz Valley East with 6. You can see there, Miz Valley West with 6. And there's my Coyotes without a roster fix, but once again we'll get back to those. Alright, moving on. Pioneer, this is going to have 12 teams or 13 teams in the Pioneer, so then you got Pioneer East, which is 6. Some good logos in this one. I like the State Eagles logo there, that's pretty good. Pioneer League logo to the right, pretty nice. There's one in here we thought about changing. I think it was that one. Butler. Maybe so it's Pioneer East, then you got to move Pioneer West. The Tommies, the Hatters, Blue Hose, Crusaders, Skyhawks, and Toros. So that's your Pioneer East and West. Alright, SoCon. Total of 9 teams, no divisions. SoCon. New logo. And some of these look really good. Team logos across there. And Wolford, some of these rosters have been done. I think only about half of this roster has been corrected so far. We're getting there on that. SWAC, 2 divisions in SWAC. This is the new SWAC for 2022 also. So SWAC 1, 6 teams in there. Like the SWAC conference logo top right, that looks pretty good. And then you've got SWAC 2 with your Delta Devils in there, Panthers, and there's of course Jackson State. That roster hasn't been updated, obviously. That needs to be, the overall should be in the 80s for those guys. So that's SWAC 1 and 2. So, all right, last conference up here. This is the last combined conference. This is the Ohio Valley Conference and the Patriot League combined into what we're calling the OP. So you'll have 2 conferences making up 2 divisions for the OP title. Ohio Valley, as you can see, all 6 teams from the Ohio Valley. Currently working on the Austin P Governors. That's the uniform set I'm working on currently. Looking pretty good so far. And the other OP is the Patriot League. And I think we've got the Patriot League complete. That should be in our next release of uniforms. So that's it. That's the rundown. That's how it fits into the FBS. We had to do a lot of juggling there and a lot of trial and error. I think I ruined at least a half a dozen files trying to get that right, but we've got a layout that works, and it pairs it as close as you can get. Like I say, you can change the teams around in the dynasty creation window yourself to make up your own conferences, but the logos will line up with the way we have it now. So anyway, that's conference reveal for the FCS mod. Hope you enjoyed it. Been a lot of fun doing this and making a lot of headway, getting faster all the time, getting better all the time. So, and it's getting interesting. Hope to have this thing done by the start of the college season this coming year.